Okay, now let's take a few minutes to go through how I have this class set up so you know exactly what you're going to be doing. So here's our basic homepage. You should be able to see this because, you got where you're supposed to be. Now, when you log in here, I've tried to put all the most important links just on the front page. Okay, so you've gone through introduction to organization, you've gone through all that sort of stuff. So at the top here, you've got a few things where you'll likely have to click on them quite a bit. But let's start from the very top. So at the top here, we've got the course stream. What this does, this gives you any recent messages or announcements or things like that that I may have put up. Okay, there's also some course notifications here in case I've updated something or things like that. So you can keep track of all of that by clicking those buttons. Now, over on the left here, this is your link tree, basically. You got your home page. This link will take you to your learning modules. What you should see right now is this very beginning stuff. Here are all the modules. Notice these modules you can't really get into because you have a prereq. So you have to go through this introduction module in order to open up the rest of the modules this semester. This way I know that you know what's going on. The next link is your grades. So these will show you what grades you have, everything that is that you can possibly earn grades on, and it'll show you some of the major due dates here. So you'll know exactly what is going on here. So you can arrange it by due dates, you can arrange it by assignment group, by module, by title. It's really up to you how you want to do this. And you can show or hide all your details. The next link is all your assignments. So right now it's just the assignments that are open or that I've uploaded. So you should see every assignment there. And then finally, you've got your syllabus. So the syllabus, you've just listened to me talk about that for like 40 minutes. So hopefully you know what's going on there. Remember that if I have any changes at all to the syllabus, then I will let you know. Okay. This next link, this is another link to the syllabus. I just want to make sure you know everything there is possibly to know about this class and you can get there. Then I've got some academic resources. These academic resources are a few things that you're going to need to know. The first is this textbook. This is a direct link to the website for the textbook. Then you've got your contact page. So this will send you to the page in order to get in touch with me. And finally, you got your frequently asked questions page. Okay, so this will take you there. In a minute, I'll go through all of these frequently asked questions in a video for you. Then underneath, I've got some help stuff. So Canvas might be new to some of you. So I wanted to make sure that you had information on, the overview of Canvas, how to use a calendar. There is a really robust app that you can use if you want to do this mostly on your tablet or on your phone. Then you can set up your user profile and set up your notification preferences. If I had the choice, I would have you get notified every time I put up a new announcement. That way you can keep up to date with what is going on. So make sure you do that. Then there's more information on how to do assignments and quizzes and things like that. All of this is basically the Canvas level support. So there is a really nice set of videos, suite of videos there for you and some other resources that you can use. Here is the help desk. So if you have problems logging into stuff, if you have problems seeing things, I may have you just go directly to IT because there's certain things that I can help you with. But if it is a computer issue, if it's a coding issue, something like that, you're going to have to contact the help desk in order to get that information. So keep that in mind. If I say contact IT, that's what I mean. Go to this help desk. So the links are here for you. You can click on this link and be taken directly to Help Desk Central. Here's the email address for them. Here's a chat in case you need to chat. So here are the hours for the chat. Okay. And then finally, these are just some academic resources for you. You've got your undergraduate studies resources. So this gives you all the possible information you could have, you could need from A&M. You got your library, the writing center, the math center, et cetera, et cetera. So I've tried to put a lot of resources here for you. And as I find ones that are useful, I will add those as well. Okay, the next link you have are your university resources. So this, again, gives you a link to Help Desk Central. It also gives you a link to the Open Access Lab. So in case your computer isn't working right, or you lost it, or something happened, you can go on campus and find a computer that you can use and take the rest of this class. Here's the internet access in case you know how to do that, basic computer requirement, and some study rooms. Then you've got your personal resources. So you got disability student services, like I talked about in the syllabus. I've got a link directly there for you. Here are counseling and psychological services. In case you need a little bit of help or you need some resources, something like that, you've got a direct link there. There's also student assistance. And the student assistance will help you throughout the semester. It's got a bunch of stuff here. It'll tell you about COVID-19. It'll tell you about food resources, silver taps, that sort of stuff. So any help that you need, you can go here and hopefully find what you need. Here's some transportation and parking. So I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible for you to find this information. Now, this last top link is to get a hold of me. So these are my Zoom office hours. If I'm in my actual office, you can just, and my door is open, you can just walk in and see me, but this will give you your, or my hours this semester for Zoom. So go and double check that these are the same. And then this is a link directly to my Zoom office hours. So this will head to Zoom. Hey, there I am. Hi. And this will allow you to log into my Zoom office hours. And so that's a direct link there. Now, I also have for you a link to the contact form again, where you can get a hold of me and a little get to know you. Now, let's talk a little bit about this contact form. I think I've said this before a few times, but I get a lot of emails every semester. So I've got over 800 students across all my classes, and that means that I'm getting hundreds upon hundreds of emails every single day. What that means for you is if you try to email me directly, your email might get lost in my inbox because my inbox right now has, I think, over 6,000 emails in it. And trying to find a single important email can be really difficult, especially if it's a crush of a whole bunch of emails. So what I've done instead is I have set up this email form for you. What this does is it'll ask you which class you're in and your name, what's your TAMU email. This way I can get back to you. I can only use your Texas A&M email address. So make sure you put your TAMU email in there and make sure you contact or you check your TAMU email on a regular basis because that's where all this information is going to go. Then your UIN, this helps me find you on the roster just in case. Then I've got a whole bunch of different bits of information here that you can you can ask about, basically. This will help me route the email to the proper person. So I actually have a team of people. It's me and my TAs that are checking this form. And depending on which one of these you choose, it's going to go to somebody different. A couple of these, I'm the only one that can deal with it, so it'll go directly to me and ping my phone. Others of these, the TAs can help you out really easily. So depending on what you choose here, it will go through stuff. So then it'll give you a space to ask your question, all this sort of stuff. And it'll also remind you, hey, there's a whole section on Canvas that you can actually answer those questions or look for answers. And then if you have another question, you can go back to the top and ask again. And then once you're done, you're done. I also usually have a place where you can upload a screenshot or a file or a letter or whatever else, so you can get me that information. And then, you can go there. Now, that way, I can make sure that I actually get your information and I get back to you in a reasonable amount of time. If you try to email me directly, it's going to get lost in my inbox. So keep that in mind. That's why I have this form here. There's a bunch of people looking for information, or a bunch of people monitoring that form, so that you can get to us as soon as possible. Finally, I've got a little bit of a get to know me page right here. This is in a Google Drive format, so you'll need to authorize that to allow Google Drive, but that'll give you a chance to sort of click around and get to know me a little bit. All right. So that's those top links there. Now over on the side here, you'll see a to-do list. These will be, this is a list of everything that is due and when. Most stuff is due on the very last day of finals week. And you'll hear me say that over and over again. There's a few things though, like the podcast, and if you're in the honors class, the honors assignment that are due throughout the semester. So this gives you a nice running list, and you can decide what you want on here. Finally, at the base here, you've got your modules. So you should be in this introductory module, going through everything. The way I have the modules set up is I start out with a landing page here just to give you an idea what we're going. And if you click next, it'll go through each page. So you've got videos to watch, you'll have assignments in here, you'll have information, all that sort of stuff through the modules. So as you go through these things, you can either click next at the end of the module, or you come to this homepage and you click on the next module. In order to open up these first modules though, you need to make sure that you finish up the intro quiz. But this will allow you to go through and do things. Now in normal modules, the next ones, the very first thing after that landing page is the links right here. So these links these PDFs will give you all of the lecture notes that I have for that particular module. So you have all the lecture notes. You can download them, you can print them, you can do whatever you want with those. So each module will have all the notes from my PowerPoints right at the beginning. You'll be able to do that. And then you've got your final exam right here. Now, at the bottom here, I've got a few extra links. Here are these error reporting forms. So you'll hear me talk about this, but there are a couple of forms where if you find an error somewhere, you can let me know. The first is the textbook error reporting form. This will allow you to get extra credit this semester whenever you find an error in the textbook. So I talked about this during the textbook, but you'll earn half a point of extra credit for every real mistake that you find. And this is the direct link to that error reporting form. Now, the second page you have here, this is your reporting an incorrect quiz or exam question form. So if you get something wrong on the quiz or on the exam that you're sure is right, let us know. We'll fix it for you. So you have, and then there's another link to my contact form there. So you have plenty of ways to get a hold of me using that link. Next, you've got a link to the podcast. So this will give you all the stuff that you need for the podcast. I do not have these podcast assignments embedded in your modules. You have to come down here for that. So make sure you do that. Here's a link to extra credit assignments. So as I get extra credit opportunities, I will put them up here. Here we have 3 extra credit assignments that you can do right now. So keep that in mind. And finally, we've got the frequently asked questions. So I have a whole video just going over these frequently asked questions, just to give you an idea of what's going on, so you can make sure that these are good to go. All right. That's basically it for our tour of Canvas. Take some time to click around, get to know what's going on here, and we'll have a great semester. Talk to you soon.